So anyway, I was looking at some Jeffrey Dahmer's a few pictures of what he did. So yeah, that's a guy I wanna avoid. Well, he was beaten to death in prison, so you won't be hearing from him. But there are still many as him fucked up in the head with some major issues. What's this called? I don't want to see it in Shooting Star animated short. So it's probably there's already a few. I'm a big fan of game trailers and game cinematics. I mean, I watched everything from Blizzard. I think Blizzard, the major issue with Blizzard is that their movie was complete shit compared to the trailers of the games. The movie was like, oh my god, it's gonna happen. Oh no, it's just, it's a warrior, and it's just the mount is just a mount. Nothing happening like, epic shit like in the trailer from Shooting Stars, or like the trailer from the latest World of Warcraft. I used to play Warcraft, like I was obsessed with it, and I lost a couple of relationships because of it. Well, shit happens. I think they were not worth it, It's just okay. Let's see this thingy.
Welcome to another episode of Shooting Star. Today, we set our sights on Pooja, home of the esports champion turned ace pilot Diva.
I play to win!
At just 19, she's become a national hero. Only last week, she risked her life again, defending the city from the Kishinomniks. She and the Mecha Squad took a few hits, but they pulled off another victory. Now, Diva is celebrating with some hard-earned glitz and glamour.
Hey, Hannah, shouldn't you be out signing autographs or something?
The hottest spots in the city, eating the finest foods, then hanging out with other superstars.
So fucking annoying with the shield.
Well, life wasn't always like this for Diva.
I wonder what glitz and glamour tastes like. Hey, why aren't we on leave with the rest of the squad? I could use a little glitz and glamour in my life,
It's overrated, Taehyun. This is where the magic happens. It's like how we used to stay up late and work on your hover bike.
You mean the one you wrecked?
Really? You're still mad about that? We won the race.
Yeah,
It's not
and
like-
you almost killed
it's not
yourself.
her voice. I don't know.
Enjoy!
I'm used
You
to
beat
a more
the
whiny
Kishin.
diva.
They
I
won't
get
be
in
back
there.
for months. You need a
Please
break.
I can't.
What did she ask?
Hannah?
Oh fuck, 7 minutes.
Break. Kishin, they won't be back for months. You need a break.
I can't.
She knows something. Something's going on.
Hannah?
We barely won last time. The enemy is out there, adapting and getting stronger.
Yeah,
The
it's
rest
gonna
of the
get you.
squad, the country, they're all counting on me. If I make a mistake and the Kishin get through us, we lose
What do you mean it's...
everything.
Oh no.
I need to finish the tests.
Still not loud enough. I was hoping
Stop
for a diva
putting it all on
cinematic, man.
yourself. It's okay to ask for help.
I've got this. Really?
Yeah, just press Q
Clearance
and,
is
you know,
really clear, but
and
hey,
just press Q again and it's fine.
that
You got a
can't be
mech
right.
and you killed 5 people.
It's too soon.
Matrix. Units here. Okay.
Activating defense matrix. These things are fast!
Get to cover and wait for reinforcements!
You won't get here in time!
Such an easy way to do it quicker.
The last one's heading for the city!
Wow, come on. Just a couple of rockets.
I can't stop this thing.
Look this.
Taehyun, I need your help.
Really? Okay. Okay, the reactor's getting unstable, so you can't stay up there for too long. We will know the whole thing. Weapon system.
Yeah, the reactor. We can overload it, just like the hover bike.
What? Are you
Oh my God,
crazy?
you
This
didn't
isn't a stupid
know about the Q?
I know.
You didn't know about the Q,
If we
man.
don't do this, thousands of people will die.
Okay, buy me some time.
Let's do it.
Oh my God, I thought you were windshield over there.
I got it. The reactor's going critical. You have 60 seconds until it blows.
That's not fast enough. We'll be in the city. Trust me, Taehyun. I'll see you at the finish line.
Damn.
I'm here.
What? I want to see that again.
Trust me, Taehyun. I'll see you at the finish line.
Yeah, but did she save the city? That's the 99% chance that she did.
The city is still in shock after the recent surprise attack. Incredibly, thanks to Diva, no one was injured.
She stopped the Gishin single-handedly, and authorities confirm she emerged without a scratch. She's currently enjoying some time off to celebrate her victory.
Oh,
Come on, I didn't see another
This
hero.
time
Oh.
off is great, isn't it?
What's not to like? There's delicious food and drinks
Yeah.
and good friends. The kind that are always there for you
Oh,
when you need them most.
you're gonna get some.
And seeing as I helped save the city, how about getting me on the VIP list for one of those fancy restaurants you always go to?
You know, I think you've been watching too many Hollywoods.
Wasn't bad. It wasn't very good. It wasn't like the Reinhardt one. I mean, come on, it was epic. This was pretty badass too, but you know, I mean, look at this. It has a bit of humor in it. It has action. It's really action packed. And last time we have a different hero in the game, so it's two heroes in. And you got Orisa in the trailer too. So yeah. And you get to know why Reinhardt is scar, uppercut, freeze thing in the face, and yeah, Dragons was badass too, and Dragons was I can't comment on the Dragons because my favorite I'm a Genji player. I really like to play Genji, and it was so epic when I got it, and when I mean, you know, playing Genji for like 200 hours, 300 hours, you know, as a moderate gamer, not something that only lives for that, you know, with people that actually have a job, it's a bit different. And this old Overwatch animation
Dragon in the south.
really badass. I mean,
You so destructing yourself. Find value in humility. Then
I mean, look at this shit, man. It's everything a Genji fan is hoping for. It was the best, by far was the best. And something that got me about Blizzard cinematics was the moments they create. They create moments like this moment. Most of the people I've seen reacting to this was just, I don't know, it was so epic. Myself, I didn't record myself when I first watched this, but when I saw this, the moment when this is the part that is so epic. It captures it doesn't capture a moment. It captures a feeling, you know, a feeling of desperation and last resort things, and to remember their troops, who they are, you know. And myself as a Horde player, when I heard that, and then this guy came. Even this moment, which I found this moment as well pretty dark. This is when again desperation and, you know, Blaze last drop of fury. He gives 110%, and this 200% thing is, you know, you had that feeling in the game, you know, you had that feeling while you were playing Arena, or while you were playing, I don't know, PvP, Alterac Valley, I don't care, anything. Even, I don't know, going around in Wintergrasp, there was this moment when your odds were pretty bad, you know, I mean, you just aggro the PvP mage and you're a rogue yourself, and you say, I can handle this mage, I have a Cloak of Shadows, I have a few ambushes, a Vanish, and I can counter his blink. But then suddenly, you know, a warrior shows up, which was in the party with the mage, or I don't know, a shadow priest or something, which will last and will disarm you, and, you know, half of the book spell is gone when you're disarmed. So this is one of those moments when you get to be overwhelmed by the enemy power, and suddenly you start to play so good, and to start to realize that you do have these big cooldowns, that if you can time them right, you can do a really sick combo and you can kill both of them, you know. And I had moments like this because the mage was really low, and the warrior, for instance, I usually got it's either 2 mages or another rogue, which was easy. considering I was stealth rogue, most of the time I played, as I remember, was ambush rogue on subtlety, and the level 70 Burning Crusade part. That was the best part of World of Warcraft. That was the most epic shit you can possibly do, and the best timing and abilities and everything. They didn't have that oh fuck button, you know. Oh, I want to do damage, just press this, you know, and then suddenly everybody just loses their. It's like an ultimate with cooldowns, with bigger cooldowns, but it's still an ultimate, so it will include this in a rotation, and you make, I don't know, more damage. But you know, it's this moment, if they capture this shit and they know how to put it right so you can experience it. When you see it in a cinematic, then you involuntarily think about it in your conscience, that you've been in that situation. Because if you play World of Warcraft, I don't know, I played it like 6-8 hours a day for about 4 years, and I came back and forth, you know. I just quit, I don't play it anymore, I play something else that didn't require so much time. And you know, from time to time, I have a really good friend that still plays it, and he just sends me a few cinematics, and then suddenly I get, you know, activated, and I say, oh my god, I want to play this game. So most people don't have these reactions when they see Overwatch. People that don't really play it, they just have it, and then they don't really, you know, care for it that much, and then the cinematics don't speak to them like those who are obsessed with the game, or I don't know, play it well, and they try to play it as best as possible. They're just, you know, running around and pressing buttons, waiting for your teammate to do everything. So I think Blizzard is excellent in marketing. I think it's the best company I've seen so far in cinematics and in creating. I'm not talking here about the quality of the cinematic. I'm talking about, I don't know, the length. I don't know. I'm not technical with these cinematics. It's the most cinematics that say something and mean something. They are very close. They can create identities for these heroes that you care about, you know. It's very important to have this ability to create stories, because if you track down World of Warcraft, the whole story and everything what happened in that game, it's ridiculous. It's so much. You can make another movie, you can make a whole season about it, and then still have about 25 seasons. Shortly 25 seasons with 25 episodes each, and you still can't comprehend the whole story and everything that from Outland, from vanilla to what's now the Battle of Azeroth. So many things happened with steps and with a certain progression, which led to the finish of one expansion or another. Because I finished most of expansions, especially when they brought in the raid finder, which kind of destroyed a bit the raiding as it was when you were running around Ogrimmar and ask everybody if they want a tank and check their gear. And you know, it was a different time. It meant a lot than if you got a really good tank, for example. I myself was DPS most of the time, but I really appreciated when I had a warrior that was so well geared that even if the healer died, he could withstand the damage for, I don't know, nearly 30 seconds. He can not be healed, which was amazing in Black Temple, considering all the shadow gear you had to put on. And yeah, turning back to Overwatch, I think this Diva trailer was nice. It was pretty cool. It had a few elements from the game, like, you know, how the Q was born, and the joysticks and the shooting and everything you can relate to, and the shield. Everyone has its moment. Every part of the mech has its moment, and every part, including the ejection for the ultimate, has a part. Which it's important to put these in such a context in a trailer, because the whole idea in the next 15 seconds revolves around the ultimate, for example, until she actually shoots it. and how to figure out what to do with the mech and the whole thing. It has a strong story. It makes you care. This is what I'm trying to say. It makes you care. There's some trailers that I watched and just some random killing and somebody killing zombies, and the whole thing about it is that the zombie will turn to pieces in a certain way, and you got all kind of weapons and different kind of zombies, and mostly you just shoot a lot of people, which is very hard to miss. Is not compared to, I don't know. It's not, you can't compare it to Tom Clancy's Ghost Recon, for example, where you just shoot a couple of times and then you realize that you're dead because you made noise and somebody in the bushes heard you with a sniper and you're dead, and you don't even know where he shot from. That's a real shooter. If you want to shoot something, if you want to shoot something that shoots back, be prepared to get fucked up, which is what you get a lot in Ghost Recon. If you play, I don't know, if you haven't played Ghost Recon at all online, then you're gonna have a bad time when you do. If you haven't played Rainbow Six or I don't know, any other sequel, any other variation of Ubisoft's online shooting. But Wildlands is one of the most. I've seen that if you use tactic, if you know what you're doing and you think every step, then you get really far in the game, even online. It rewards patience, and it rewards you. It rewards you when you're tactical, not just running around killing zombies. Oh, it's a big zombie. That's the kind of game. It's like Tetris. It's not really like Tetris. You have to think in Tetris. It's like. There was a grinder. It's a grinder. Like I don't know. Even World of Warcraft was a grinder. But what I'm trying to say is that there are breeds of different games. There are different games, and there are different gamers. So there are gamers that play Candy Crush Saga, and I respect them. I mean, they're exactly this. They're not too involved in this, for example. But if you, I don't know, even if you play Candy Crush Saga and you play it like 3 hours a day, I consider that gaming. So it's a pastime activity which you do, which I also do. But looking at this brings gaming to a whole new level. This brings gaming to a nearly to cinema. I mean, it's you're controlling cinema. It's not cinema anymore. It's not surrounding with 3D bullshit and 4D. You can see this, you can see that. No, you can control everything, and this is, I think, that is the future. There are certain steps. You first control a few blocks, and then you control a simple 8-bit character, and then 64 bits, and then you get to a photorealistic environment. And then you start to think, why wouldn't I live here if I, always fantasize about living there? And it's funny because for that moment is everything you care for, is everything you want to do. And it's ridiculous because if they have it now on VR, and I played with VR, and it's not like they say it's pretty cool, but it's not. You don't really feel. You get scared. I mean, the brain reacts to size, and that's the problem with the VR. Actually, it's not a problem. It's a great thing. You can scale. You can. Many people said. Many said that you can't explain the VR. They have to experience it for themselves. And I thought about an explanation, because I can't explain you how I felt, but I can give you an idea of what I felt. So it was this thing. First time when you're a VR, you just look around and you realize that you have a size in this context. You feel your size and you feel small compared to many items there, and there are many. Like for instance, the start of Portal. You can play Portal with VR, which is badass because it's a thinking game, it's a puzzle game, and you really need to see what's going on. But I think it can be quite frustrating or dizzy. You get really dizzy at some point and jumping through portals and solving all those puzzles. But I played the first level of it, and I felt I felt my size. I felt my presence there. I wasn't looking at the screen anymore. I was in the screen. I was like, oh my god, I hope this robot doesn't, I don't know, turn around and hit me in the face. I mean, my brain was telling me that I should watch out for this robot because it's big and I don't know, I'm flesh and bones and he might trip or I don't know, he might step me on the. I was careful with it. I wasn't like looking at the movie. I was okay. What the fuck? This guy is like here, and you almost feel like touching him. Oh my god, I touch this. It gives you a presence there, and it's awesome. I played Project Cars too, and I'm a car nut. Really like cars, so that was awesome. I mean, you really could see what you were doing. It was like in a car, and that's a big deal because when you're playing on 2D and you're just watching a screen, it's not that thing that you can just you feel the car differently because it moves according to your movement because this was on a chair with a simulated thing in a mall in Timisoara. Anyway, uh, this was a huge off rail. I probably should change the title of this recording. So anyway, I think this was anyway. I think this cinematic was pretty quality, and I really enjoyed it. I didn't enjoy it like I enjoyed those before. I didn't enjoy it like I enjoyed my favorite ones, but it's fine. And the Battle of Azeroth is top-notch Blizzard. It's extremely detailed and it's everything a WoW player want to see. It's like, I don't know. You hit the spot. That's the problem. That's the problem with us. Each time I thought about quitting WoW, there was a lot of stories from my, group of friends that I know I did this and I got this sword and oh my god, we brought coffee. We used to drink coffee together and yeah, it was. They were talking about it, and I haven't played it for like 3 days because I had a girlfriend and oh my god, I need to take care of her, and I promised I won't play and bullshit. So they were talking about some sword and this guy, yeah, it was the Sun Eater. Yeah, it was the Sun Eater from Alcatraz, and this guy just kept saying that. Oh my god, I'm hunting that sword for a month and it won't drop, and I'm getting frustrated because I'm losing my time and I really need the sword to have a whole set and to be, full epic so I can go to raid. Then I came online the same night. That motivated me to go online. I just waited for my girlfriend to go to sleep and I said, okay, you know what, I just put my headphones on and an hour or two, let's have some fun. So after that discussion at the coffee shop, I went straight home. I played until she came home and then I stopped playing. I just stayed, like 2 or 3 hours, and she was watching something. This is what it's a trick. You start to, look at stuff on the internet and movies and shit that she would probably like, and those are like chick flicks and I don't know, episodes of something really corny and something, what girls like I don't know, Pretty Little Liars and bullshit like that. Say cut. So I was watching on the internet some trailers with some movies like, chick flicks, and she started watching some movie and I started playing and I said this is perfect because by the time I'm done playing she might be done with the movie and we can have sex, and then she's really tired and she goes to bed and I drink some cola and I'm good as new. Drink a coffee, good as new, let's play. So in that night we did all that. In that night me and my friend that wanted the sword went in Alcatraz, and the third fucking run, Bang, the Sun Eater, and he wasn't there, he couldn't loot it. Because he left, he was there for a time before I got there. I got there, we went 2 runs. He ran away. He didn't, he just, Hearthstone or something. And I went with another guy. We were at a party, 5-people party, of course. We replaced him. We went for a run, finished the instance really quick on Elite, and it was with Elite then. It wasn't with Heroic and Mythical and bullshit. It was put it on Elite. So there were a few guys in Alcatraz that really hurt. There were a few, I can't remember which ones, but I think the Alcatraz was it, the Sun Eater. I can't remember. Maybe you can enlighten me. So he just got mad. He just, what? You son of a bitch. How the fuck did you get the sword? Man, wow, you know what? I hate you. This is, every time you play a game, you get the best loot, because I also did that a few times in Diablo. So I was just starting Diablo 3 when there was, Inferno was the biggest. So I was playing like a few hours in, and bang, I already got a legendary, or he was like, well, oh, of course. He wasn't even surprised. And the gods of RNG favor me sometimes, but but to end this in a good but to end this video, I just want to say that Blizzard cinematics are indeed top-notch quality. They tell a story. They have a rewatch. You can watch them again and again and again and again and again, and it's still not enough. And it's their thing. It's something. We have a saying in our group. It's, did you see the trailer to that? I don't know, to that game. Yeah, was it from Blizzard? If it's from Blizzard, then they want to see it, even if the game is trash and they don't want to play, which is impossible because they don't have trash games, unlike some other companies I know. And yeah, true story, sadly. So yeah, Blizzard is badass. I just hope for a better movie. I mean, Warcraft 2, please make it a whole animation. Just forget about actors. We don't care that they're not real. We don't care. We want them to be like the trailer in Battle of Azeroth. This is what every fan of Blizzard wants. They don't want to transmute that to humans. They don't want to transmute that to real life. The whole idea was that it was with those graphics, with those cinematics. I mean, if you plan to do a Overwatch movie or a Diablo movie, please don't do it with actors. Just don't do it with actors. You can make violence from the Diablo as well as you made it inside the game. So we don't need it's bullshit. You don't need real actors. It's just a waste of money. For this kind, you need actors for different kind of movies, but for this you don't need actors. Just leave it an animation. Just make a 2-hour animation, upload it on YouTube, and we will watch the shit out of it. Trust me. Anyway, thanks for entertaining us for over 20 years, and let's hope that Overwatch 2 will be even more addictive.